Medicine Podcast with Simba. Sparking positive change in the community. Having real conversations and therapy. You know that laughter's the best remedy. Got that heavy dose of humor for your hearts to heal. With mental health, it can't get any more real, yeah. Best Medicine Podcast. Laugh, love, learn. Best Medicine Podcast.
Best Man Pod, it's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. And today, I have a special guest. If you listen to the diagnosis, you know that all I have are special guests, and today ain't no different. So today, I have illumination. She brought the illumination with her.
Bruh.
That's hella funny. She is an amazing writer, amazing rapper, an amazing cook. I introduce you to Daylight.
Thank you for
What's
that.
going on?
Super hype up. Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Made me feel all good. Smiling. I accept the blessings. Thank you.
Blessings on blessings. What's up with you? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling wonderful, amazing, rejuvenated.
Rejuvenated.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
just celebrated a birthday.
I did.
Yes.
Yes.
What did you learn? What have you learned since your birthday?
Since my birthday. Like, oh, actually,
Right.
hella.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Actually, I've learned a lot since my birthday,
Good.
but I am really working inwardly right now. Like, doing a lot of inner work on myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was catapulted from the birthday, but kind of feels like it was.
Yeah. It's that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it didn't happen before then.
No. I had plenty of chances.
Yeah, exactly. So now you have another year.
Mm-hmm. And I always do like take a look at everything like on my birthday instead of like measuring by New Year's.
Yeah.
I measure more by birthday.
That's really the beacon.
Yeah.
It's like New Year's, nah.
Yeah.
My birthday is the New Year.
Yeah. Technically, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Word. And you were there.
I was there.
Wait. Look, can I say?
Yeah, you can.
I appreciate you 110% because you really brought me chocolate cake on my birthday. It was hella good.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. Like, having someone walk in with, I brought you cake.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's your birthday.
I have friends, people love me. So that was really dope. Like, I really appreciated that.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciated the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, when I tell y'all this girl could cook,
It's good.
I was like, man, I need some vegetables in my life. I'm weak.
You got to keep your immune system up right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's actually true.
Who was it? Brown rice, carrots. Was it green beans? Asparagus?
Asparagus.
I love asparagus too. Mm-hmm. Asparagus, grilled chicken, baked chicken.
Mm-hmm. Was baked chicken stuffed?
Yes.
With spinach?
Yes, it was.
And cherry tomatoes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went off.
I ate it slowly too. I was like, I'm gonna savor this. Mm-hmm. That's when that's when I know the meal is good. When I don't, because I scarf down food.
Yeah. You would have been mad at yourself if you would have did that. That is not the meal to do that with.
Not at all. Not at all. Mm-mm. I was full.
Even that pizza too, huh?
Yeah, I was full off the pizza. She had made some pizza as well. Yeah, I was full.
I made myself some chicken pizza the other day, and I did something a little bit different. But I was eating it, and I was like, dang, this is rich. Like, when you take a bite of cake, and you're like, I gotta eat this slow. It was like that level of, I gotta really like savor and eat this slow. Yeah. And after like one or two slices, I was like, dang, bruh.
Yeah, I'm full. I'm full completely. I So talk about that. Talk about your chef skills. Talk about what you're making. All the above.
Okay. It's funny because my sisters will all tell you that they never thought that. Well, they know I could cook, but I'm like a lazy cook. Like I refuse to cook for reasons that I didn't make up. You know what I mean? So they'd be like, Thanksgiving, you make this, and I'm like, I'll bring y'all a bottle of wine. Yeah. And I'm gonna bring the plates. And they would be like, you're so annoying. Bring a salad. So I bring like a salad or like candied yams, and that would be it for like holidays and stuff. But I would like cook, but not hella often. Like I really just didn't like to cook hella often. Yeah. But it wasn't even that long ago. It was literally like last year in 2019. Sometime in 2019, I feel like it was in the summer-ish. I have this friend who really helped develop this idea of bring it along, and they kind of showed me how to cook with cannabis and just like and kind of gave me inception with the idea of creating the whole thing. So then I started cooking with cannabis, but very purposely, like doing like organic or vegan.
That's important. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know why, but I felt like the fact that I'm cooking with cannabis, it made it like really important that I make it healthy.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And I'm normally not super health conscious with my food choices. Even though, like, I know better, but I don't always choose better.
It just tastes so good.
All right. And I'm always on the road, so I always stop to get food or whatever. Yeah. But I said all that to say, since I started cooking with cannabis, I've been, like, very consciously eating better, healthier, very consciously, like, buying more vegetables or vegan options, discovering vegan recipes because I wanted the food to be available to everybody, like people who wouldn't necessarily choose like the chicken. I wanted to make something that would taste as good as chicken. Yeah. So then I tasted it and I'm like, this hella good. Why am I eat this chicken?
I'd eat it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, if I'm gonna eat this, what I need that for? So like that's been happening a lot. And also I enjoy cooking with cannabis hella much. I don't know why. It's probably as much as I like rolling a blunt. Like
because you're dealing with the earth.
The same love I have for that is like it's coming out with the food. So I always had like a specialty making pizza, and I always like my steak nuggets. I've always
steak nuggets.
Yeah. You know how people got that country fried chicken stuff. I basically made steak nuggets and this sauce to go with it. That's going to be on the blessed and highly flavored meal too. But
steak nuggets.
Yeah, I make a lot of like food when I'm high anyway. Like when I was high, I used to always love making food anyway, and I would make things up. So that's basically I'm doing the make things up and cooking a little high, and I'm coming up with these like jerk chicken pastas, and I'm trying to come up with stuff that no one has tasted before, but like a high person would like. Yeah. So that's basically
you're putting all the flavors together. Yeah. The munchy snacks.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to make like the best possible combo of like health and like, Shaggy and Scooby snacks. That's what I want to do for my high
So people. What's the business called?
It's Blessed and Highly Flavored.
Blessed and highly flavored.
And I do know how to season. Like that's something I've always been good at.
Yeah. You got the heavy head?
Oh no. Okay. I know the little sprinkle, a little heavy with that, little dot, you feel me? Maybe rub it on there if you got to, but very,
My favorite when I was a kid, through my grandma, food channel was Emerald. And he used to swag. Bam! Bam, 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 bam. He used to swag out.
He would go crazy.
Emerald was that guy.
And he's the only person that really had his own punchline for while he's seasoning. Bam!
Bam!
That's true.
That's how everybody feels. That's like saying Kobe.
I dang near. I feel like I say ooh wee, like when I know I'm getting it in. Yeah. Like, ooh wee, like ooh, and then I'm like, okay, back to normal.
Yeah. It's that feeling. It's that feeling you get when you create it.
I never felt like really super passionate about it before I started cooking with cannabis. Yeah. I was just like cooking just to eat. But now I'm like, oh, nobody had this before. So super exciting.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You can translate that to your music though.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until you just said that.
Yeah, it's just that feeling of creating. It's like when you write a bar, you ooh wee.
Yeah.
What's the last bar you wrote and you felt like that? It's like all of them.
No, I'm not going to
It's
remember
like the
off
last-
the top of my head, really.
No? Okay.
Except for that line I told you earlier, where I said, got my foot in hella doors like a centipede.
Yeah.
Because I really thought that was a tight line. But, yeah, I'm like, for the most part, I'll almost like write a bar, and I forget my bars immediately.
Yeah.
It takes me actually a long time to memorize my own song.
Okay.
I know, it's super weird. I'd be jealous of people who like they freestyle and then they're like, okay, I got what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
And they go in the booth and they just say the whole thing. And I'm like, what? So you remember
all of that?
All of it,
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a pill for that, but I'll take it.
I like I like that to where, or he'll, I know, I'm talking about one person specifically. I've just a whole file of folders and binders and composition books. Grabs a composition book, opens it up while listening to a beat. That one. Close it up and then say everything.
That's wild.
You got them just on deck and you memorize the cadence.
That is wild.
You doing this one take?
I'm close to that.
Okay.
I could scroll through books and files of stuff. Go like, oh, this one fit. Then I'll like take maybe 4 bars from that, 2 bars from the bottom of it, fill in the blanks, rearrange all the things, and be like, oh, look at that. That's perfect. And then that will be what you hear.
Yeah. Okay. So your writing, what is your writing process?
My writing process is all over the place.
Okay.
It depends. Like yesterday, I wrote a rap. Honey Gold Jasmine sent me a song.
Okay. Shout out to Honey Gold.
Look how happy I got.
Yeah.
But she sent me a song that I'm definitely like was so like happy for that. As soon as I heard it, I wrote the whole, like I stayed up, wrote the whole thing. I was done probably in like 40 minutes ish.
You write freehand or you write on your phone?
I can both.
Okay.
You do both. I had to adapt to technology after a while. Yeah. Like keep bringing a notepad and a pen to the studio. Yeah. Like you could. Yeah. But, you know, like I do both. But I like it better in my phone though because then I can find it and access it immediately.
Yeah, you don't have to flip through it.
Right.
But then sometimes you don't know where it's at in your notes. No? Okay.
Like, no, I can find it.
Okay. Because I know I have stuff. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah. I'm pretty good with that.
That's dope. I the last time I wrote on paper
was it a long time ago?
Was damn near it had to have been high school.
For real?
Yeah. It had to have been high school.
I wrote on paper this morning.
Okay. Not like just writing on paper. I'm talking about
no.
Right. Okay, cool.
I know what you mean.
Cool. Yeah, definitely.
The last time I wrote my phone number on paper was in high school.
I got a number on a piece of paper, and I was juiced.
Recent?
Yeah, fairly recent.
Was she a cougar?
Yeah.
Lightweight?
Yeah, she was older than me. She's a lot older than me.
Can I dap you?
Yes, you can. Right hand's my best friend.
What's up, brother?
So,
I like that.
She was. So it was dope. I was like, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna put your number in my phone, but I'm gonna keep this piece of paper. It's like,
just to remind y'all.
It's a piece of art that's important.
I still got it. I like that.
And I had to find the piece of paper too. That's what it was. The whole thing. I felt good afterwards.
Oh, like you misplaced it.
No, I haven't.
You're like, shit, I washed my pants. Can't find it.
I made sure. I folded it up perfectly, put it in my front pocket. I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep this right here close to my heart.
Imagine if you would have washed your shirt.
Oh, I would have been heated. It
would have been her fault.
Yeah, it definitely.
I'm sorry.
You should have just let me put it in my phone.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You have a low-key stalker.
Dun dun dun.
And I don't know if you would call him a stalker, but
I probably would.
You will. You definitely not gonna call him a stalker. But it's funny to me. It's funny to you do. But it's funny to say, and because this is someone on Instagram who you currently like you comment on, and then he like does certain things to let you know he sees your comments.
Are you talking about my husband?
Is that your husband? Is he your husband? Is this an exclusive on Best Man Pod right now?
No, I speak things into existence. Who are you talking about? Things out.
So do you know who I'm talking about?
I hope it's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, so tell me about that.
Love of my life, you are.
How did this relationship blossom? Where did you guys meet?
We met on Twitter.
When's the meeting? When's the wedding?
We met on Twitter a decade ago. I posted something. I told him, when I get famous, I'm finna take you on a date. He liked my tweet. I knew it was on.
He liked my tweet.
He liked my tweet back then. This is a true story. I don't lie. Daylight don't lie.
Yeah. Keep going.
I'm like, I just told my homegirl, like, I was gonna stop, like, talking crazy about him because I'm pretty sure. No.
Harassing. Yeah.
No, not harassing. I said talking on the internet about him because I don't want to mess up our future meeting. He's gonna be like, I was into you, but
you was too heavy. You was too thirsty.
But you was acting crazy. I'm like, baby, this is for comedy. This is not disrespect. But so he liked my tweet once or twice, and then I stopped being on Twitter. I'm not active on Twitter. I got a Twitter, but I'm not on it.
Okay.
But on Instagram, this is recent. On Instagram, during quarantine, when quarantine started, he was super dry on his page, like didn't post nothing at all, and I like slid into his DMs, and I was like, I know you're not gonna respond to me, but you would just brighten up the world if you started posting, like cheer people up, because I know you out here doing something positive. Why, like 2 days later,
what did he do?
I swear to God, he came up on his post. He posted a post showing that he was out like feeding the homeless in his hometown, and that's what he's
healing
been
the world.
on. Out here healing the world. Then he was posting his stories, showing himself like playing with his dog and stuff. And I was like, look, he over here playing with a dog, like brightening my day. And then and then he's been steady posting ever since. Like I asked him to. Like baby just really posted every day ever since. And then yesterday, he posted a crazy post talking about he eat honey on his pizza. And I commented like, you gonna have to explain yourself. Yeah. And then one of my homegirls called herself being funny, trying to hate.
Why your friends always gonna hate?
I don't know. But she commented on the post like, girl, if you don't stop, shut up. Like, he does not seek you.
Seek.
And then today,
what'd he do?
Today he posted.
This is all facts. That's why it's so funny.
Today he posted his explanation of why he put honey on pizza, and then did a whole montage of all the nasty snacks and food he eats, so I can know in the future what kind of munchies he likes. And I was like, I got you. I'm sorry.
That's made the grocery list?
Yeah, he did. He was like posting Doritos and syrup and hella nasty shit. And I was like, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever.
Doritos and barbecue sauce.
He was doing some nasty stuff, but I was like, whatever. He gave me an explanation.
Yeah. So, So, Michael. I call you Michael.
I call him Bakari. Hey, Bakari. I know what the B stand for.
I know what the B stands for is crazy.
Oh, wait. I do have one more Michael B.
Tell me, please. This is the MJB segment. Come on.
Oh, my God. Should I tell them? Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm already here.
Already here.
There was a moment that I didn't like him at all anymore, and I was done with him. Yeah.
I was done with him.
It was like months. I was done with him.
That's heartbreak.
Yeah. Somebody who I guess was studying me online or something.
Yo, her face right now.
Somebody who really cares about my life, like, tried to catfish me as Michael B. Jordan. And I kind of knew it wasn't him in the first place.
You could feel it. That wasn't your man spirit.
Right? Oh, my God.
You feel me?
That's not what I was going to say, but that's hilarious. No, I knew it wasn't him, but I really, enjoy MTV's Catfish.
Yeah.
So I was like...
Me too.
If I slide on MTV Catfish, then maybe they'll play my music in the background of the episode. So that was my plan, right?
Or put you on there, and then he sees it.
And they always contact the person they think that you were getting catfished by, and he would have had to look at me eye to eye.
Y'all would have FaceTimed.
I know. I thought about that too. So, I played along with this catfish person for a few days. Got enough messages back and forth from them. So no. I'm about to leave out the most important part.
Please don't.
Because the catfish person was getting on my nerves, and I was like, I don't have time for this fake Michael B-ness. You need to call me on the phone or something. Yeah. And so they said, I'll video chat you. And I said, oh shit, you gonna video chat me? Now for 2.5 seconds, I was like, it's Michael B. Jordan.
You got dressed?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan about to video chat me. What? Like, because what kind of person would fake video chat you? Like, that's not gonna work. Yeah. So
a Michael B. Jordan mask?
Yeah, like, what is he gonna do? So I was like, wait a minute, you just agreed? Like, I was sure they weren't gonna agree, and they agreed. So he's like, not yet, later. So we like chatted all day, me waiting for this damn video chat call. And so let me see. Oh yeah, so then the phone rang, and it was Michael B. Jordan on, like, Google Chats. It's like Michael B. Jordan at gmail.com. It's like, okay, video chat me on Gmail. Okay, whatever. I answer.
Michael B. Jordan on gmail.com?
I don't fucking know. Whatever the weird-ass celebrities, whatever they be doing. I don't know what the fuck they be doing. But anyway.
Michael B. Jordan 1 at gmail.com.
It was damn near like that. It was damn near Michael B. Jordan 1. But, so, like,
that is funny.
So the video comes on. And it's Michael B. Jordan doing all these weird, like, movements. Like, going left to right.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not
lying on my mama. He's holding the phone up like a selfie, like, moving left and right. Like, nigga, hella weird, scattered movements. And then he looks like he's
You gotta go. This has been great. Best Man Pod.
This is not a
This is the diagnosis.
You need to finish the story, bro. This is fucking crazy. I'm fucking crying.
What the fuck, bro?
So
this is the funniest shit in the world.
So Michael B. Jordan's doing these weird ass movements. I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hello? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it just clicks. I didn't hear no volume. I didn't hear no background nothing. I didn't hear no breath. Like, nothing. It was on mute. And just him doing this weird ass movement.
But it was him though.
Yeah, it was him.
You are crying.
Yeah, I am. It was for sure him. And then So then the person chatted me, and they immediately were like, "Did you see me?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "The fuck?"
Barely.
So my ass was like, "Oh, they trying to play. He ain't even finna call me back. He got me fucked up." So I said, "Nah, I didn't see you. The screen was blank. I didn't see nothing. Like I don't know what happened."
Bro, she is crying right now. She's legit crying right now.
Because this really bothered me. Okay, so he's like, "Oh, you didn't see me?"
Yeah. This is the greatest podcast ever.
So he called me back. I'm so sorry. So he called me back.
Yeah.
And it's Michael B. Jordan again.
Yeah.
And then it is the exact same left to right movements. Okay. Ain't nothing changed. Yes. It was the exact same amount of seconds. They took no volume on it. And I said, this person thinks that I don't know anything about technology. Right. Like, I don't know. Right. You just screen shared something with me. Like, you were crazy. But I was like, this is perfect. This is just what I need to get on MTV Catfish.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
Right after he did that, I was like, I'm in there.
Not those.
Why? What happened to those? Are those the good ones?
They have Vicks in them.
Oh, okay. You don't want me to rub Vicks in my eyes? Okay. It's tissue, y'all.
I mean, if you want, you are an independent woman. You can do what you want. I would never tell you what to do.
I'm done crying anyway. I think I got through the hardest part.
Yeah, she was just welling up because it was hysterical.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I was really happy at that point because I knew I had just what I needed. I submitted to MTV Catfish. I screenshotted like the messages. I told them that we video chatted.
You hit up Catfish.
I was like, we in there, boy. We in there. So anyway, man, it was only like a few days later where I was like, I cannot stomach talking to this retardando no more. Yeah. And I was like, boy, I know you ain't Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. Don't you ever message me again. I don't have no patience for this.
Right.
I already called Catfish.
Like, and he was like,
what? I love you. And I'm like, get out of here. So I like blocked him and did all that stuff. And then the next...
Michael B, ignore him.
The next day, Simba.
What happened?
Neve called me from Catfish and left a voicemail on my phone saying, oh, we're really interested in your story. We would love to talk more. Whoop de whoop, call us back. And I was like,
You still called him.
oh, huh?
Oh,
yeah, I called him back.
Yeah, facts.
But I had already, like, ended it with dude. Like, I deaded it. So it was like...
Nah, babe, come back.
Like,
I'm sorry.
I really believe that you're Michael B. Jordan now. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
You are Michael. Like, no, it was
you
over.
are Michael.
It was over, but...
Let me give you money now.
I would never say that to Michael B. Jordan in real life. Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
But you would if he was catfishing to bring him back. Okay. Let me give you money now. Like,
I was like, wait, he'll never believe this. Yeah. He'll know this isn't me. Like, wait, what?
That's incredible.
Yeah, so yeah. That's the last story. I was mad at him for months after.
Did you tell Michael B?
I don't think so.
You should tell him. You should tell him.
I don't think so.
You should tell him. You should be like, hey, this guy.
You wouldn't believe what happened.
This guy tried to catfish and say he was you.
How did that guy know that I loved Michael B. Jordan? Who the fuck was it? I don't know. I still wonder that. Whoever it was knows me. That's the creepiest part of the whole story.
That's worse.
Yeah.
That's worse.
I'm like...
Because you know that person. Somebody in your life is lying to you every single day.
Yeah, somebody knows that I like Michael B. Jordan. Shady. It's not like I like have him as my background of everything. Yeah. Like, how the heck do you do that? That's intimate and
personal.
Yeah.
Unless you're on Instagram. Unless you follow Michael B. Jordan.
I do, but I
no,
follow other celebrities. Oh, unless they gotta be following him and seeing my comments.
And you, yeah. It's like, they like, it's thirsty. Like, what is happening?
A little bit. That's hella funny. Now I'm finna go check his mutual friends. Asapolis. You done got caught.
See how you do it? But yeah.
That was game.
Yeah.
Why, thank you. That's why you got to talk to your male friends.
We out here. We out here.
Said we out here,
man. You feel me?
Legit.
Man.
Like, yeah.
So shout out to Michael B. Jordan, bro. Call Daylight. You know, you never know who listens to this podcast. Call Daylight, bro.
I'm humble.
Yeah, call Daylight.
I'm not as crazy as I sound.
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah. It's like you said earlier, it's for jokes. Yeah. It's like when the joke is always better than normalcy.
Right. Yeah. You gotta exaggerate a little bit.
Yeah. Barbershop talk.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you say?
So you just dropped an album as well.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
What album is this? What number album is this?
This is my second album. My 5th project.
Okay.
And it's definitely the best thing I've ever done. For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, that's me. That's crazy.
It's really good. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
I like it. I've slapped it a few times.
Thank you.
But you've always been dope, so that's not.
But I didn't accept.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't accept I was dope.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. How do you accept that you're good at something?
Man, it's hard because you start off, well, let me say not you, because I don't know for all people. People. Me in particular, started off believing in themselves out the gate, right? Like, I could know, do this. Yeah. I could do, right? And then the world is like, you can't. There's hella people trying to do what you're doing. That is like the most long shot career that you could possibly fathom. Plus, you don't got the look. Plus, you don't got the image. Plus, you don't dance. Plus, and then there's like a million reasons why actually I can't do what I knew that I could do. Then it takes all the years of the lessons and stuff to be like, come back to the realization like, no, wait, I was right.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm raw and I'm better than you. So
maybe not even better, but people let so many things hold them back. Yeah. Like that I can be better if I just free myself.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
because there was so many things like layered and layered and layered that was making me think I'm okay, I'm good, I'm decent, I'm whatever, but not really being like I'm Omni, like I'm all things. Yes. And it took, like I've been rapping for like a decade,
right?
But not faithful, not faithful to myself.
Yeah,
and that's really because of that.
At what point did you actually come into your message and your sound?
That would be between, I would say, really, it's crazy because it's like a whole phase, right? I would say there was a phase of coming into it.
Of course.
Starting in 2017, into 2018,
okay. So
into
recent. 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, 2019, I feel like I realized I'm lit. Like
stepping, like that phase is like stepping into your 30s.
Yeah. And as much as I wish that I would have did it ahead of time and earlier or whatever, for the things that happened to make me step into it, I don't know if they could have happened earlier, or I don't know if I could have handled them when I was 22.
Yep. It's a different mind.
Maybe I would have
broke. It's a different mind state.
Right.
Different mind state. Yeah.
I needed a lesson at 26. I needed that lesson at 27. So that's when I got it. But I'm like happy with. Yeah. I'm extremely happy with it.
Do you think you're more comfortable in your 30s than you were in your 20s?
So much. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But I wish that I could, like, go and talk to my 20-year-old me. And since I can't, that motivates me to talk to other 20-year-olds.
Yep.
Like, since I can't help my old retarded ass, then I just want to be able to help all the other 20... girl, for real. I just want to be able to help the other 24, 25, 26-year-olds who are doing exact same dumb stuff I was doing at the time. Exactly. Like, and maybe I had a little bit of extra help or a little bit of insight that I could give to them. And that's really what I be thinking about. Like,
you always want to be what you needed. I always say that I needed. I am what I needed at that age.
I think about that a lot. For like even people who are really young, like really I could reach all the way down to like middle school and that.
Yeah.
But
I love the middle school.
Yeah, isn't that where you work? Like middle school?
Yeah, I love the middle school, man. It's the perfect age for me.
It's the perfect age for them to get the right direction too. Like that's when they're impressionable, but then a little rebellious because they're like making their identity.
They want somebody to look up to.
But they also want somebody who's youthful and can hear where they're coming from.
Exactly. So and advocate for them.
Right.
Like I'm really like some of the youngest people on the campus. It's like me and my supervisor. Like really the youngest.
You still got your memory. You remember what it was like when you was 15. You didn't forget your emotions.
I still act like y'all. You feel me? I still act like you. We be in the class cutting up just because like
you still laugh at the same jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah, we especially like it's a certain like the certain years. Like my first year, I was like really in a class like every single minute. So it was like I haven't laughed so hard since I was in 8th grade, 7th grade. Like,
for real?
Just belly gut laughing like, oh, these kids are hilarious. I'm like, oh man.
Does that make you think? Do we lose some of that as we grow?
We do.
And you had to really go back into middle school to remember?
Yeah.
Dang.
This is the joy. This is just pure joy.
Right.
It's like I don't have to deal with really nothing but the school, and that's fine.
I like that though.
It's just joy. It's like I have never laughed so hard in middle school.
There's something about when you're watching kids like just play or running around, and you're like, dang. Like, how happy are they from running around and dropping a stick? Like, and you're like, dang.
Y'all not even doing nothing. Y'all just running.
Right. And us as adults, everything is just so mundane and drudgery and repeating the same stuff every day that we kind of lose that level of joy or just like experiencing the world wide-eyed and not even looking at it like it's still beautiful.
That's what I say all the time. I just want somebody to play with. Like I just want somebody to play with. Like it's like let's joke, let's have fun. Like I don't want to sit in, especially now we in quarantine. Like I don't want to just be sitting in the house, just like.
You know, that's why I like to go hiking.
Yeah.
And do the nature stuff. It's because it reminds me of that time where I was like that, where I was hella free and playing Pocahontas and stuff, and
can explore
and singing in the wind, all the colors of the wind. Like I feel like that every time as an adult to this day. Oh yeah, me and one of the girls from Second Mondays from Gold Beams, Taylor. We went hiking the other day, and I was like, I know. Like, this was our first time kicking it. And I was like, I know you don't know, but I'm about to do some weird stuff. And I took my shoes off, my socks off, and I was like, I have to put my feet in the dirt. Like, I need to do this. Yeah. She was like, okay, cool. She's like, very supportive. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it too. Like, okay, that's cool. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
You just gotta ground yourself.
Yeah, I have to ground myself. I hugged a tree. Like, I do all this stuff. And I climbed a tree like a couple weeks ago with you, with my homegirl.
It's good energy.
Yeah, I have to do that to refresh myself, or else I start feeling like hella robot.
That's what I was saying too. I said being isolated like this, you're just recycling energy. So if negative energy is inside of your body, you're recycling that. So now that negative energy is getting built up. So now it's depleting your good energy, your positive energy.
That makes so much sense.
So now you're sitting, like you said, that I am a robot.
Yeah.
Because you haven't released anything and you haven't gotten anything back.
That makes hella sense because my normal routine of energy and release is going to like certain kinds of shows. Not all the shows. A lot of them are really good and fun and everything. But like Speak on It.
Yeah, of course.
And Second Mondays. And then like refreshing like open mics of that sort usually like basically to me feel like a Bible study. This feels like church, like we in here bringing in the spirit, like y'all done touched my soul. That level of renewal when I go to those. So without them being able to like really participate, we still got the Zoom version, which is fun, but it's not the same.
It's not the same because I can't sit next to you. I can't sit next to you and just go like this.
And be like, hey. Yeah.
And we got to just sit there and look at our phones. We're not really interacting.
Yeah.
It's this person is going, this person is going. We're not talking to each other.
Right,
We're just looking at each other.
And we can't even talk. You're right.
We can't talk.
We're like talking to chat.
Yeah, but that's weak. Like, no. I want to walk over to somebody and make a joke and then walk off.
Right. Like we used to.
Yeah, man. It's the Zoom stuff is cool.
It's better than nothing for sure.
Just so we can like be in contact.
And I do like it for the purposes of people nationally now.
Yes, exactly.
Like I like the people popping in from Houston and Atlanta and Vegas. I'm like, no, that's tight. And that's enough reason to me to think we should do Zoom something once a month. Yeah. Even when quarantine is over.
At these events.
Yeah, you think so? I'm afraid to do that because I know, like, homebodies like myself, like, if I wasn't a rapper, I would have never left the house. So I would have just, yeah. I mean, I would leave the house to hike.
Right,
I wouldn't leave the house to be around humans. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, like, a few people would be like, oh, cool, I'm going to always be on Zoom and never show up. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if we could do that or not, but I still feel like we need to, though. Once a month, something.
Just for the simple, the fact of, showing it nationally. Yeah. It's like, but the one thing I don't like about Zoom is because, people from all over the world can get on the Zoom. People from all over the world don't know that we're having the Zoom. Yeah. So my thing was trying to figure out how to get people to even know that these things are happening.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I think Facebook ads are like, they work remarkably well.
I agree.
I used the Facebook ad on my Bless Up event that you shot. Remember you shot
I do remember.
The infomercial for me, player. But I did a Facebook ad like 2 days before the actual event. And then I go around the room like talking with all the faces I don't recognize because I'm like, dang, I'm not people color. I don't even know who you are. So I was like, how'd you hear about it, Joe? They were like, I saw an ad on Facebook. I was like, what?
Yep.
I had that Facebook ad up for a day. Yeah. So that
put a couple dollars into it.
Yeah, I didn't put no money into it.
Oh, really?
I mean, I did, but
yeah. Exactly.
But like minimum, super minimum. Yeah. So I was like, dang, like.
And in 2 days, you got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
I'm like, that should work. Mm-hmm. Try it. Try a little bit here and there.
When I did Indigo Vibes in September, and that was my first show. And it was people in there that was like, "Oh, I don't even know who any of you guys are. I just found this on Eventbrite."
Oh, tight on Eventbrite.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, that's dope." It was like, "It's my birthday, and I just took my friend out."
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
See, I haven't actually used Eventbrite before.
Okay.
That's tight.
Yeah, because you go on Eventbrite, just search the day and
then all
music.
the events for the day come up. See, that's free game.
Yep, and then you can sell tickets right there.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at them. It's networking and connecting, giving free game.
Hey,
jewels,
man. And now y'all
jewels
know.
And gems. Now you know how to market your event after you put it on Eventbrite. What?
We also are giving them promotion. That's that's double-edged sword.
It's all good.
I want to get into your album though.
Okay.
Going into writing it, are you writing for your album? Are you just trying out songs and placing them together? Is it old songs and new songs?
Good questions. It's a mixture of all three of the things you just said.
Yes.
I did begin writing the album as far back as, I would say 2018, because I dropped The Mass Education of Daylight, which was my first album, in August 2018.
Yeah.
And after I dropped that, I immediately was like, I'm going to drop another album immediately. And I knew what the name of it was going to be. And I was like, yeah, like Mass Education. And then the next thing was going to be Private School Money. And then I was going to hit them with like the homeschool, because like I was like educated. And then like all those ideas are dead. Like that did not happen.
I love when artists do that. Like I think the one that I really wish I had the most was the Lupe album. After the Cool, he was like,
because he planned it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's gonna be whatever is gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing.
Right.
It just never happened.
I don't think is this on. Oh, it did.
Just never happened. It was just like y'all do that. Y'all do that, and it's funny because y'all will change your whole style, and it's like.
Well, to be honest, I feel like if I would have had like a rocket launcher team behind me,
that's what it comes down to.
That album would have came out, but because it was going off of like divine timing and not like my idea of timing, it changed because I changed. So like I did start off writing the album definitely knowing what was going to happen. So Tuition is a perfect example. Tuition was written for Private School Money. That makes sense. That makes sense. And if you listen to the intro of Tuition very quietly, I go Private School Money.
Okay.
But I left it in there because it's not like weird.
Yeah, and it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But like Tuition was written for that, and Toxoplasmosis was written for that.
Oh wow.
And also Confused was written for that. And like so was Isms.
Yeah, Isms. I heard Isms at what is it called? Carnival.
Yeah, and that was a minute ago. But
that was a minute ago.
That was the first time I performed it. And that was probably the best performance of it, because not only did I have Ariel Marin, who is the singer on it there, but we was coordinated like we were matching in kente cloth, and we looked so dope. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, it looked so tight. But
I have those pictures too.
Yeah. Isn't that... You're the one who took all those photos,
I took all of those pictures.
This is when I met you.
Yeah.
And not only was it when I met you...
Shout out to Force to Fly.
Right? You sent me some photos later, and I was like, shocked when I got them. Like, you took photos of me? I don't even know this guy. Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah, I was taking pictures of everybody.
Yeah, that was tight.
Yeah.
That was hella tight.
I was just there.
Yeah. You're awesome for that, too. I really needed those. But, so...
I'm Batman.
I wrote all those songs specifically thinking, oh, this is going on my new album. That's why they were written in that time frame and I never dropped them either. Yeah. But then as time continued on, I kind of realized I'm not putting out no Private School Money. Yeah. I'm not even into that idea anymore. It just sounds weak. It sounds like I don't care. And I'm not doing a series on education. That's ridiculous. Like, it's just childish. So, yeah.
Hey.
So, I put the old things behind me.
You gotta have self-awareness. You have to.
At the time, it sounded like a good idea.
Yeah.
But
you were so hype off the project.
But I was like, that's whack. So, I didn't do it. And then I just continued like making songs and recording songs and not really thinking too much about an album. More of like thinking about just really conscious about lyrics. Yeah. Less conscious about a project. Right. And then I made so many songs between 2019 and even in 2020. I recorded Poppin' in 2020 and I recorded Gatekeeper in 2020.
I love that song.
You do?
I love that song.
I debated so hard about putting that on the album.
That speaks to the most deep, dark, inward nigger in me.
Thank you.
Like, I love this song.
It's dark, isn't it?
Oh, my God.
It is so dark, and that's why I was not going to put it
trying to be disrespectful.
Right? He feels me. Oh, look. Ooh. I almost didn't put that on there, and I spoke to a few people about it, and they were like, is that the image of a brand that you want to put out? And I was like, not necessarily, because I want to be like healing and love. Right. But then I was like, but if they don't know the real me, they'll never change.
And they think they're gonna think it's sweet.
Yeah, they're gonna think it's all sweet.
Isn't it the last song?
It's the last song.
That's how you close the album.
That is a stamp.
It was like, okay, all this is good, healing circles and isms and all that is good.
But don't be disrespectful.
Just know who you're talking to.
Yeah, right. Actually, I like that.
Know who you're talking to.
I like the way that you said that.
Yeah.
But I really did put it in there because I felt like the name of the album Omni is means of all things, in all ways, like all places. And so I was like, why would I take a piece of me out? Because I think people don't want to, their palette is not expansive enough for the whole version of Daylight. And I've been doing that for a long time anyway. For my whole life, I've been changing because people said this is what they want to hear, and like adapting to like, I've been real, like I'm saying what's really in my heart, but I'll leave some stuff out because I know they don't like this, or I'll like maybe don't cuss on this song because I know some people don't want to hear it. They want to hear what I'm saying, but they don't want to hear it with cussing. And then I realized, you know what, I can't be free without cussing. I have to talk how I talk. You know, like the hardest people to like get over with that was my parents. Of course. And
I want to hear all that. I want to support you, but I want to hear all that.
Yeah, and I dang near tried to be a gospel rapper for 2 seconds. I'm so glad y'all didn't know me.
Hey, because I knew a lot of gospel rappers. You probably made some hits. You probably made some gospel hits.
You know what? This is not no shade. No shade.
You probably made some gospel hits.
No shade at all. I love all people, and God is working through me. But I did not feel like the church accepted me. Like they was not. At all? They was not on my like wavelength. Like the world was like, I love your gospel music, and the church was like, oh whatever. It's just you. We already know.
Oh, they didn't like you.
I don't know.
Dang.
That was the perception I had.
Right.
But I really don't think that was actually, you know, the truth. But I just didn't feel like, you know, I didn't feel the reception. But it wasn't really like, actually, it's a stigma on rap. It could be that too, because I did run into a lot of in Vallejo when I was first like performing a lot in 2017-ish and 2016, because that's when I really started performing again, because I took a hiatus. But that's when I was doing like the either no cussing or gospel type of rap, and it felt like I ran into like a lot of awkward racism, and it was like, we don't want that. What did they say? It wasn't gangsta. It was, you know what I'm talking about. We don't want that thug rap on the main stage. This was at a festival. This is what I was told. And I was like doing gospel rap. I was highly offended. Like, what?
You don't want that thug?
That's what they told me. And I mean, even to this day, you know me personally, is anything on my music thug rap? Nah, even now. Like, and now I'm like, what are you saying? So yeah, I was told stuff like that. And
you have an aggressive tone.
Yeah.
So She's hilarious. So you aggressive. So like, to people who don't have that palate, it could be off with it.
I know, but to me, especially at the time, for them to say they didn't want the thug rap,
that's nuts. I don't condone any of that.
The lyrics were like, they were like pure.
Yeah.
They were like super
and that's the cold
pure.
part. Yeah, that's the cold part.
They were that was me holding back. It wasn't even like the full.
I'm making what y'all want.
Right. And dang near like stuff like that. I thank God for it, because it was the reason why I'm honest in every aspect now. Because if they would have loved it and put on for me and been all behind me, what if I would have just ran with that?
Yeah,
I'm glad.
You would have been weak,
right? Weak to you. You would have been tight to somebody.
No, I love gospel rap. It's a lot of.
No matter what you say, I'm a good lyricist.
It's a lot of gospel rappers from Vallejo.
Yeah, and I knew some of them.
Yeah,
so I kind of thought I was gonna get in where I fit in.
They didn't reach out for you. I don't want to speak no names because I don't know who you talking about.
Say, but
I know I have a couple names in my head, so I don't want to say nothing. But they didn't reach out to you.
I'm like, just in case they watch it.
I'm gonna get her in trouble.
Nah, they didn't reach out to me, so I guess you wasn't on your mission like you said you was.
Ooh, I know who she talking about. And that's cold because I like him. That's crazy.
I like him too.
Yeah.
No, I do. I like everybody. To be honest, I will call things out though, which does make it like I am more effective not in the church. To be honest, because like I feel people who are in the streets who actually might need to hear what I have to say.
That's what you do.
They're more receptive if you're real. If you're being honest, and they can smell bullshit. Like if you're being super corny with them, or like you can't do this and you can't do that, they'll be like, "Why? That's not even wrong."
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's better I feel better being me,
and you don't. Yeah. You church people aren't the people that need what I'm saying.
Right. Technically, this is not.
Yeah.
I need to reach.
You're fine. You have a place in heaven, right?
Right. Yeah. Technically, according to you, even though I may not see all the.
You have a place in heaven. You've won. I need the people to get there.
Right. Exactly. And I feel like I feel really happy that everything happened as it happened, because it pushed me out of Vallejo, because I was performing in Vallejo a lot, and I love my city, but I was doing like festivals, and I was doing parades and like just like a lot of events like that, because they don't have open mics and club shows and things like that. So the people who I was speaking to was like families, and it was good at the time. It like reminded me of what the point of my mission is, because before this I was doing music and it was like less of a message and more about twerking and more about bouncing and having fun and whatever. So I went from like the extreme of not talking about anything uplifting to the extreme of only talking about things uplifting. And then y'all got me at the point where I'm like, can I just be like 100% like a human and be like good and then like mediocre and then like bad, you know, like, and all those things I'm still like loved, and all those things I still give love. And this is the point that I finally like, it's kind of new. It's like 2018, 2019, 2020. I am 100% me, and I'm not conforming.
And now you're Omni.
Yeah. That's how I got there.
I want you to break down a couple songs.
Okay.
There's 3 songs. One, I want you to break down Self-Control.
Oh, of course you would say Self-Control.
Why?
Because I don't know for everyone, but it's definitely my favorite song.
Yeah.
It's definitely a song that I've been thinking about making since like 2011.
Okay.
So probably 2011-ish is when I first heard the original song that I got the sample from.
Okay.
And when I first heard it, I was super inspired. I loved the music video. Like, it was just amazing to me. And I was like, I gotta have someone sample that. And then, like, all these years have gone by where I've talked to many different producers, and they've all said, oh, yeah, okay. And it just didn't happen for whatever reason or another. But that's because everything lines up exactly how it's supposed to happen.
When it's supposed to happen,
and when it's supposed to happen, and when I actually have some self-control to talk about from a certain perspective. Because I probably didn't at the time. I thought it would have been tight. But it's crazy. Like, just that was a song that I wrote in 2019 when I was really just re-examining my life and very aware of, like, words have power in manifesting things. Right. So a lot of those lines were coming from a place of, this is what I want for me. Yeah. And then a lot of them were also coming from right out of a hard time, right out of losing, or not really losing, but changing jobs.
Okay.
And changing trajectory.
Yeah.
Like I went from, I'm trying to be an AT&T technician. I bought my little house. I bought my little car, and I'm trying to do things like the regular American standard way, and just was completely unsatisfied with it. Like completely like
you was doing what you were supposed to do. That's like with the gospel rap.
Yeah, exactly. I really try. I try to do like what I think is the path.
Yeah.
But when I come really down to it, I realized like my path is not this path. So that's where that line comes from, where I say your path, not mine.
Yeah.
You don't want it like I, because when I when I really like look at it, I was like, this isn't even what I really wanted. Like what I really want, I had to finally admit it out loud. And that song is me admitting out loud what I really want, and then taking it a step further and like letting y'all know that that's actually what I'm gonna get, and not just limiting it on like I want my dream or whatever. I say conjuring mansions, visualizing phantoms, writing Queen anthems. Like the reason why I say all that is because I'm admitting it. Like I'm actually this is true. This is real. This is not just in my head. It's not just in my heart, but it's out loud now. It's on a song. It's on an album.
It's immortalized forever.
Yes, and I want to put it out there because I feel like we try to shrink our dreams a lot, like so everyone will be comfortable around them.
Definitely.
And I'm like, I feel like the only thing separating me from my dream and like reality is just a little bit of self-control. If you ever heard people say like, if you had a mustard seed of faith,
right.
And if you know how big a mustard seed is, it's like half the size of a popcorn kernel.
Right.
Well, to me, in that same thought process, I feel like what I need probably a mustard seed, a popcorn kernel of self-control, just a little drop over where I'm at, because I got enough self-control to go to work every day, or I got enough self-control to work 40 hours for another human being, maybe 60. I've worked up to 72 hours in a week for another person,
Yeah, right.
And it's like the level of like control that I gave to someone else. Imagine if I had that self-control for me. So that's what that song, that's the real breakdown
and
of
give
that
and then turn around and give that same love to self.
Right, imagine. Yeah. Imagine what you would really, really do.
Yeah. Dedicate.
That's what that song is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's definitely my second favorite song on the album.
Oh.
My first one is Gatekeeper. That's my
That's funny.
You just talk that talk. Like, it's like, yo, just do it. Like, that is, Gatekeeper is my shit.
Gatekeeper. I'm extra hyphy.
Talk about it. Why are you the gatekeeper? Why I need to tap in with you?
Well, I'm like, should I tell you?
Yeah,
why?
exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Don't
get in trouble. You don't incriminate yourself. Yeah, don't incriminate yourself.
Nah, I mean, like, you should always look at yourself like that, though. Anyway, right? You should always imagine like that it's important that people respect the work that you've put out, or the body of work that you put out, right? So it's like, maybe don't have like a platinum album, or maybe I don't have 30,000 fans or 10,000 fans or whatever followers on Instagram, but how many songs I've written, or how many years I've been doing it, or how many projects I've worked on, or collabs I've done, or like performances I've had under my belt. Like, that actually gives you weight.
Definitely.
Like, that definitely gives you like some room to speak, because you have experience. So I think from that perspective, you should demand respect when you know you've been putting in work, and you know you've been putting in like not just work, but you've been working for other people or pushing other people. It's like, sometimes you do deserve you OG. Yeah. You deserve your respect.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's, and when they see it, they know it.
Yeah.
Because it don't come to everybody.
Right.
It's a lot of people that maybe in that same position, but didn't do it right, and they never get the respect.
That's true.
Because they don't garner the respect. When you stand out here and say, "Hey, you got to come through me first before you even walk through that door," they got to respect that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like, I love to see people coming up and doing well, and I pull people up, push people up, whatever. I'll root for everybody. But I do, at the same time, while I'm doing that and giving that type of love, I just, not that I expect love back.
Right.
Because I don't really.
Yeah.
But I do expect respect. That's it. And I really don't, like, love will come in different forms from different people.
I love and respect this woman, man. Oh. She be talking. She be talking and y'all need to listen.
Ow. But yeah, that's it. It's like, I just want respect. My friends will love me. My family will love me.
Facts. You gonna respect me. How many times have I told you that?
Just a little.
How many times have I told you, bro? I don't care if you like me. But I put in work, and you gotta respect that.
This is growth, though, because I do kind of care if people like me.
Yeah.
But I had to let it go. You know, like.
Yeah, but it's a difference. It's not. I don't care that people don't like me because I'm flawed or anything like that. It's like I know that I am a good person.
Yes.
And if you don't like me, then I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Like, I give love. I show love. I show respect.
Right.
So if you can't meet me at least at respect,
right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
Yes. 110% agree. Ashe, amen, and everything. I agree with you.
Confused.
Oh, man, I love that song.
Me too.
Special shout out to my girl, Melly D, who sang the hook. And I did not know she was going to sing in Spanish. I gave her the lyrics, and I didn't like the hook.
Yeah.
And I sang it originally. I recorded this and sang it on my own. And I was like, this sucks. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And then I brought it to a different studio, to Chris Cash studio in Vallejo. And I was like, and it's an AKA Frank Beat. And I brought it to my homegirl. And I was like, why don't you try singing it? Spice it up. Your voice sounds real good. And she's not even like a professional singer, but she has sang on different like tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
But she's just doing it for the love. It's not like she pursues this really hardcore. But I feel like she should, though. But anyway, she, like, took the lyrics I gave her, put her flavor on it, her stank on it, her seasoning on it, and I was like, whoa, you just made this song. Like, this is exactly what this song needed. So, yeah, the way she sang on it and everything, it, like, made that song, like, boom to me. So, I like that song because it's really smooth compared to, like, the rest of the tracks. Like, it kind of changes direction, changes flavor, and, yeah. I like that one too.
Man, that's another one where you just talking.
Yeah, I'm talking a lot of mess on.
Yeah, that
because it was like you have me confused with someone else.
Yes.
So basically, I'm like, you know, okay. Here you go. Here's a good example.
Talk about it.
Some people a lot of times say to me like, "Oh, are you a singer? You look like you sing." Or like if they find out that I rap, they'll give me a funny look and be like, "You don't rap." And I'm like, how do people look when they rap? Yeah. I didn't know there was a visual that I'm missing. So, but yeah, I've heard that a lot. So I put that in the song too. What's up? Do you sing? Too cute to rap. Bet I spit baby with the gift of gab. Wanna ride baby? You should call a cab. Basically, yeah, like. I'm basically just like talking about it that I've been kind of rocking with dudes. Like I've been a tomboy. Yeah. I've been like, and I don't know if I've told you, like, yeah, I worked construction jobs.
Right.
I've worked like AT&T on a telephone pole, climbing up or going into like basements and attics. Like, and then when I wasn't doing that, I was like in the studio with a bunch of like, so I'm like, that's not a big deal. Yeah. Like, and I don't really know why. Yes, I am feminine and I'm divine feminine, but I have masculine energy in a way too. But it's my masculine energy is assertiveness or like brave, unabashedly, like not afraid of anything. And I don't know why I'm blessed with that, but
because you needed it.
I needed it, I guess. But it's like a level of independence that it can still. Yeah, it can still be feminine in the ways that it needs to, but when it comes to like a job, like I can do that, or like a task, I can do that. Like, so and like, or hanging with the dudes spitting.
Yeah.
In a cipher.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right?
Do they know that you can kick their heads off? Do they know that?
Maybe that's probably where that came from, huh?
Yeah.
You peeped that and I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I can end your life with my leg.
Maybe not.
I will kick you in the heart and make it stop.
We're not supposed
I know, but you're able.
Yeah.
Shout out to Santos. Shout out to Santos Soul.
Yeah.
Like it's certain people who can. I was like, you can kill people, bro. He was like, nah. Like I know you wouldn't.
Tell people that.
I know you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't know you wouldn't be. I know you wouldn't. You would never. Your heart is too pure for all that. But you have the capabilities now. Like
Look,
that is
I'm gonna tell you
some real self-control.
Right. Well, so what? Maybe you don't know. You know I'm a martial artist. But did you know that my dad is the one who taught me? And he's a Taekwondo master.
You told me this.
A grandmaster.
Tell me more.
And he owns a school in Vallejo.
Shout it out.
So, Soaring Eagles Taekwondo. Hey.
Say that again.
But like,
say that again slower.
Soaring Eagles Taekwondo owned and ran by a family of black belts. The black belts that kick together, stick together. Okay, I'm done. But
black belts.
Black belts.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, but he won't even teach you martial arts if you don't learn and grasp self-control first.
Yeah, facts.
He won't even like show you
That's the foundation.
How to punch. If he thinks for 2 seconds that you would use it
exactly
to like show off or assert yourself or any other reason other than self-defense.
Exactly.
And so like that just comes hand in hand. Like you can't even be given these gifts unless you're going to use them for good and not evil. And that's why we don't really tell people when we're black belts.
Of course.
But folks just know me, so it got out, and I was like, whatever.
I didn't even say she was a black belt. She flexed on me with the black belt.
Never mind.
I just.
Never mind. Forget that. White belt. I said white belt.
Your dad is an alpha.
Yes, and he went to SF State and was an alpha, pledged alpha. So I was like, I don't make anything up. So all my lines are real.
Yeah. Respect it.
Like, yeah.
The last but certainly not least, Poppin'.
Ooh, I love that song.
I do too.
Poppin'.
I wish it's summertime.
And we keep it up.
Keep going. Vibing with the tribe.
Okay, no.
Yeah, because I just said, man.
You know, I totally made that song for summer too.
I just wanted the summer to come and that song to just come on anywhere, and
that was the point. Yeah, that's hurtful.
Healing circles all summer at my house.
Painful. But I guess that means Poppin' will be the house party song of the year.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. That's an exchange.
Yeah.
I'll take that. House.
So tell me about Poppin'. Tell the listeners about Poppin'. Yeah.
I wrote that. That was the last song I wrote where I was like, I need to make an album.
Okay.
Like, that was the one I was like, stamp.
Yeah.
We done. I'm done. But I wrote Poppin' and I was filling my verses. The verses were really actually inspired by our community, inspired by shows that I had been going to towards all the end of the year, inspired by my homegirls, Kayla, Forced to Fly, Majestic, basically all the hotties that be out here,
Facts.
Magical out here, and not necessarily that they be twerking or anything.
No.
But that they just got
y'all bring
vibe.
bring
JD Amani J, basically all of these queens. They were just
bring
rubbing off on me.
And
I haven't even known them that long.
Brown sugar pixie dust.
Yes. Thank you. That's exactly the right word. It's brown sugar pixie dust.
It is what y'all got.
And you know what? No. It's not even necessarily brown sugar pixie dust because there's a couple of the homegirls like Lil MC even. She be vibing tight. And then there's some Latina chicks too.
That's true.
Versol, fucking Pino. Everybody be kind of doing their own thing. And I really like the multicultural. We be fucking with each other though. We don't even care.
It's beautiful.
I don't know. But all of us are kind of on this, I wouldn't say hippie. Hippie's not quite the right word.
Nah.
It's open-minded, like striving for a higher self. And maybe we don't go about it the same ways. Like, ooh, I really fuck with Asia P too. Like, she got, like, this on her that's kind of like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know the words, but I know the vibe. Like, it's
I took a picture of her, and it's the exact. She had her grill in. I was like, put the pinky on your grill.
Is that the sound effect for the photo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know the words, but I know the vibe.
Yeah.
And that's why I wrote Poppin', because I was inspired
For
by
all of y'all.
all the queens I've been around. And then, I wrote some lines for the brothers, because we be around some cool, smooth dudes too. So I was like, he a king, he a pharaoh, he cool. Might not be thinking about him right now, because I'm with my homies. But he cool out there, cool. But like basically, I wrote Poppin' in that mind state of like, shoot, I don't know what's happening, but we lit. Like wherever we go.
We are though.
Yeah, right? And then
every time we see each other, it's a party.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not only is it a party, but when I leave on a higher frequency.
Exactly.
That's really why I wrote
Exactly.
Poppin', because I leave on a higher frequency. So I wrote it like that. I wrote the verses, and then my hook, I had an original hook that like was trash, but I don't remember it anymore. But I like rapped it for Kayla, and she was like, everything was tight, but that hook, ooh, sis. And I was like, oh man, I love your truth, because she keeps it so real. So she was like, that ain't quite it. She was like, it needs to go something like this. And then she was like, poppin', and that's all she did for me, right? But she knew like the
She heard it,
right? And I was like, oh, that's sick though. Like, I feel it. So I took her poppin', and I took that and I wrote the hook, and then I went and recorded it for real. And then I was like, oh, it's time for me to drop it.
Throw that ass in the healing circle.
Yeah. And you know what, that line I had been thinking about for like the whole year of 2019.
It's such a
all 2019. I've been thinking about that line all 2019. I didn't mention that part. Yeah, that's important.
What?
I knew that was going in a song. I didn't know which song it was going in, but that shit was going in a song.
It's like a triple entendre.
2019 March, I came up with that line. Like, that's going in something.
Yo.
And I was waiting for the song to be birthed, that it would go in. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's all.
Throw that ass in the healing circle. All summer.
All summer. And I mean, we need healing, because
we do.
It's Corona. So
it's Corona.
If you wanna solve Corona together as a people, throw that ass in a healing circle. I'm pretty sure that works.
Yeah.
Dancing does heal.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say.
Exactly.
It really works. Vibrations.
Your vibration gets higher when you dance.
Yes.
And especially, and now if everybody's aligned together.
And if we throw our ass and know that at the same time I'm healing while throwing that ass, it will work faster.
Yes.
Manifest quicker.
In the
it's beautiful.
On your birthday, your album release.
Oh man.
I quote.
I was 110% trying to heal the world that day.
I quote. We're healing the world with that ass.
How many times did I say that?
A lot. And it was wonderful. No, you only said it once.
Oh, really?
You only said it once. And it stuck with me because that's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I don't know how else to describe it. It's amazing.
Healing the world with that ass. Yes, I remember saying that.
That is art. That's art.
It's funny because I meant it. 110% serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I think it's real. It's true.
So, Daylight, before we get out of here, I always leave my listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
Till they hear me again.
Okay.
So this segment is called The Diagnosis. Thank you. It's my favorite part of the show. I don't have any. Those are the only sound effects I have in the whole show.
It's hilarious because we're really doing them with our mouth.
Yeah,
you know what that's called?
Tell me.
An onomatopoeia.
Yes.
Fucked y'all up.
The best onomatopoeia bar that I heard was Childish. And he was like, hanging with your girl, man. You don't want to see her. He's like, onomatopoeia.
Oh my God, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's hella funny. I've been thinking of when am I going to use onomatopoeia in a line, but now I might not do it because you just said it.
Yeah, you got to beat that.
Yeah. Oh, hell no.
He didn't even have to say what he was doing to your girl. He didn't have to say what you were doing to you. You know what that sound means.
Aggressively competitive. So
beat.
I'm coming for you, childish.
Come on now. But he's good. It's fine now. He doesn't rap anymore, though.
What?
No, he doesn't rap anymore. He sings now, so it's fine.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
He sang your name.
I know. I got his new album, too. I downloaded the whole thing, and it's kind of amazing. He didn't rap.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't rap anymore.
But it was amazing.
The last 2 albums, he didn't rap.
I don't know if he'll never come back, though.
But he doesn't rap. Anita Baker said she likes when he sings. He's never rapping again. If Anita Baker told me she likes when I sing, I'm never.
I'm kind of mad she said
never
that.
rapping
That was
again.
almost rude. Like, you don't even listen to rap.
Yeah.
Shut
But I
up.
love it when you sing. Like, I'm going to sing for the rest of my life.
That don't mean nothing. She don't even listen to rap. I'm hella mad. She tricked him.
Yeah.
She tricked him out of rapping. God damn.
If anybody's going to make you retire, it's Anita Baker.
I'd have been like, this is a mind fuck. That's like if Whitney Houston said that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Maybe I
Wait a
shouldn't.
minute, Whitney?
Maybe I shouldn't rap anymore. That's funny.
That's wild. All right.
So, number 1, diagnosis. Be you to be free.
Be you to be free.
Mm-hmm. You said that you tried being what they wanted you to be.
Oh, word.
And now that you have come into yourself, you feel freer than you ever been.
Hell yeah.
Taking away songs and things like that, not letting people hear certain songs because you didn't want to show that side of you. The fact that Gatekeeper could not have been in an album in another timeline.
Yeah. It's crazy, huh?
Let me tell you,
It's crazy when you say it like
if I heard your project, right, and if like me and you were just hanging out and I heard Gatekeeper, you know how mad I would be at you?
Oh, if you knew that wasn't on there?
And that you didn't put it out?
I'm so glad that you're saying this.
Yeah.
Because I really actually had conversations with people trying to advocate for why I should put Gatekeeper on there. Like, I was like, I want to put it on there.
Yeah.
And they were like, nah. And I was like, I went with my...
You're ridiculous.
I don't want to even say gut. I went with my soul.
Yeah.
Like, my soul was like, somebody wants this. Somebody who needs this.
Yeah.
So, I'm so glad that you're actually saying that. Because it's confirmation. Sometimes you be ready to ignore your instincts.
It doesn't hurt anything.
Right.
And it brings everything together.
That's so nice to say.
After ism? After ism.
And that's why I put it after, too. Because it couldn't have went before.
And that's another thing that I had to say. Yo, the
Isms could have been the last song.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that you go out like,
Yeah. Leaving you thoughtful, thought-provoking. You're, you know, questioning what needs to be done. Let me go fix the world. I could have left you like that.
Could have left you like that. But nah, you going to know who I am.
You're right. Oh, one more thing. Don't disrespect me.
Don't disrespect me. I like the SH in disrespect, man. Like, that's real. That's how I know she wasn't playing. That's how I know she wasn't playing. When you put an SH in disrespect.
Don't be disrespectful, man.
How you gotta respect a woman that puts SH in disrespect?
I'm just saying.
Man, I love that song. But yeah, where can we find it?
Man, the beautiful thing about music these days is you can find everything everywhere.
Yeah.
Omni is literally on every platform.
Good.
That you stream music on. Google Play, Tidal, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube.
Yes.
The only thing it's not on is SoundCloud, and I may or may not put it on SoundCloud.
Why?
I don't know.
Um,
I normally like to wait because I want to like push traffic towards like streaming platforms.
Right.
But then after a while, I'm gonna put it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, because
It's not on there
you
yet.
could monetize the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Word. I heard about SoundCloud's new monetizing system, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, you gotta look at it. I looked at it a couple days ago.
Oh, just a couple days ago. That made me feel better because I seen it, but I haven't researched.
It's all in beta testing, and it's like it just got out of beta testing.
You know, the fact that it's just fresh out of beta testing is probably a good reason to do it because if you don't do it now, they're gonna start charging or doing little weird stuff. Exactly. So you might as well do it now.
Yep, and you got a fresh new album.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's a good idea.
Yep.
Schmott.
I try to.
I got nothing but time in quarantine.
I try to make the best out of knowing artists.
I hope everybody peeped game in this podcast. How many times you gave me free game?
Yeah.
Did people notice?
Yeah. No, they didn't.
They listen.
They didn't. But they didn't notice. Yeah, they didn't notice though.
You know,
they didn't notice though.
You could watch this with a pen and a pad.
Yeah. Facts. Shout out to Sierra Salome. She does.
For real?
I've seen it. We've looked in her. This is the second time. 2 days. I shouted her out, but
that's a boss queen right there.
Yeah, facts. She.
I really love her.
Writes it in her journal.
I feel like I can see her soul. It's just glowing with sunlight. Right? Is it not?
Right.
Something.
She's a ray of sunshine.
Oh my gosh! I was like, I'm daylight. You're daylight. Yeah. I'm not daylight.
You're daylight. She's sunshine.
Right. What? Okay. Anyway.
But yeah. So and I try to make the best out of knowing artists because I've seen as a consumer, I'm just telling the people around me what I see work or what I would like them to do. Like,
that makes sense.
You know, just you have when you have, it's like direct to consumer. It's like if I buy your music, I'm telling you, hey, this you probably should do this because I might,
Right.
Yeah.
I consider information like that marketing research.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all good when people give me their opinion. I might not utilize it immediately.
Right.
I might need to hear it 4 more times before I listen to it, but I'm never going to shut anyone down for their opinion because I have a strong ass opinion myself when listening to music. So I really don't be tripping too much. I used to though.
And then my last one, choose your path. Don't let someone choose your path for you.
Yeah, I did that a lot in life.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah,
I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to do that, and then I'm in school because they told me to. Like, what do you really want to do? Right. I don't even know.
Right.
What makes you happy? I don't even know.
Just following the path that people decided was a good idea.
Decided for you, yeah.
I did that a lot too. I feel so liberated. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Literally, I don't know if anyone has ever felt like this, but an invisible weight falls off, and you literally feel like something goes up. And you're like, what the freak? Did I literally feel my soul lift?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Exactly.
I've literally felt my soul lift more than once or twice, probably a couple times, where in moments of clarity, in moments of addressing something negative, a negative energy, maybe you call it a negative spirit, whatever you want to call it, but in moments of addressing this thing and being like, I refuse to be bound to this chain, this issue, this stronghold, I'm no longer going to dwell in that place. In the moment that you kind of push that to the side and go, oh, what? Yep. I'm still loved.
Freeing yourself.
I'm still lovable. I can still love people. I can still be happy.
Yep.
And then you're like, what the heck? I was in a prison that I made up. And it's really a dope journey. To realize that I made that prison up and I can actually free myself. And I'm only coming into the point of realizing that.
Yeah. And now this is when the journey begins.
Right. I'm this is just me stepping on a new path, the beginning of a new path. But I'm juiced because I feel like I was on the other one for hell long. Yeah. For hell
This is the fun part. You had to get that out the way. Now this is the fun part.
I'm I'm on the yellow brick road.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is
Were you stuck in the prism of isms?
Obviously.
Clearly. Tell these people where they can find you, man. And we're going to get out of here.
Man, you can find me by typing in on Instagram at DAYLITE __. On Facebook, my name is Daylight, last name Raps. And a lot of people request me and go, do you rap? Do you do music? And I'm like, what? Do you not read? Like, what are you talking about? It's crazy. But yeah. So
do you think my last name is Raps?
Yeah, I don't understand the disconnect. Anyway, it's fine. But yeah, so
ridiculous.
Daylight Raps on Facebook, at Daylight on Instagram. On SoundCloud, I am Daylight, and you can just find Daylight. You can type that in, and for some reason, SoundCloud loves me, and I just pop up. That's the only thing that I just pop up. And then, like,
now you popped up on Spotify.
I did. Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus! Look at that! Hot girl. Ooh. Okay. No, but yeah, like you can just type in DAYLITE. I think I spell it like pretty unique.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to find me, my new album is called Omni OMNI.
Listen to that, man.
And I'm pretty sure I'll pop up on everything. Daylight Omni.
Me, I am Simba.
Hear
Best
me
Man
roar.
Pod. Hear me roar. I am Simba. Hear me roar. But you can find me Best Man Pod on everything. Shout out to the Defy Life Podcast Network for keeping this alive and going, man. Black Podcast Network, and it's beautiful to be on. Shout out to go to www.defylifepods.com and you can listen to everything on the website. Best Man Pod, it's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. And we out.
Hey.
Peace.
Deuces.